So today we're talking about radical equations. Fancy name for square root equations, right? Or cubic. So we're either going to do a square root equation, or we might even do a cube root equation, okay? They're not that bad. There are some places, though, we're going to have to factor and check answers. But let's go ahead and take a look. First example. Everybody have that? Everybody good? Okay, slide it on up. So example 1. We're going to just solve like we always do. So think of the square roots kind of like parentheses, but you can't multiply through, right? You can't do the distributive property. But we can divide by 2 first. You guys agree with that? Divide by 2, divide by 2. That makes sense, doesn't it, Alyssa? You're like, yeah, Mr. Davies, divide by 2, right? Right? And that just, we're going to try and solve. So that gets rid of the 2. So we're always doing the opposite, right? So then I got the square root of x plus 1 equals 7. I divided by 2 because that's the opposite. So then, what's the opposite of a square root? It's to square it. Exactly. Aaron said the opposite of a square root is to square it. So if we square both sides, the square and the square root kind of cancel each other out because they're opposites, right? So this kind of like makes that disappear, and you're left with an x plus 1 equals 49. Minus 1, x equals 48. Easy, right? Everybody agree? Thumbs up? Everybody agree? Thumbs up? No problem. That's pretty easy, okay? All right, number 2, same type of problem, except for the only difference is it will cube it. Does that make sense? We'll cube it, right? So, yeah, let's have it quiet. Divide by 5, right? Divide by 5. I'll have the cube root of 4x plus 3 equals 3, right? And to undo a cube root, we just cube it, right? We're just going to cube it. Does that make sense? So we cube it, and we cube it. The cube root disappears. With the 4x plus 3 equals 27, not 9, 27, because 3 times 3 times 3, there she goes. Her eyes are starting to go like this. You can just see it. Okay, now minus 3, right? Minus 3, minus 3. I've got a 4x equals 24. Divide by 4x is 6. Okay, how am I doing? Good? Okay. Carlos is with me. Everybody else with me? Okay. Slide it up. Am I going too fast or am I good? Okay. Now, here's the thing on this next one. You guys got to stop talking. Shh, girls, guys. So here's the thing on this next one. So if I divide by 5, it doesn't do me any good. But if I square both sides, I get rid of the square root, right? So I'm going to square both sides. And listen carefully. The square does get rid of the square root, right? 35x. But the square has to go to the 5. Because the 5 squared also. So we've got to make sure we put a 25 right there. See the 25? But the square cancels the square root, x plus 2. So the square squared the 5. And the square canceled the square root, right? And then I'm going to distribute that times that times that. 35x equals 25x plus 50, right? How am I doing? Okay, am I going slowly enough?
Yes.
Okay. Minus 25x minus 25x, right?
Yeah.
10x equals 50, right? Divide by 10, x is 5. We can do this, can't we? Right? We can do this. Okay, everybody agree?
Yes.
This is not bad, okay?
I like it.
Yeah. Okay, example 4 is just like it, okay? You know that? Example 4 is just like it. So I'm going to get rid of the square root, but when I square it, I'm also going to have to square the 3, right? I'm going to have to square the 3 because I squared both sides. So I'm going to square this side, and I square this side, right? So I got to be careful because the square gets rid of the square root. So I got an 8x plus 6. But over here, the square will get rid of the square root, but it's also going to square the 3. It's going to square the 3 and make that 9. And then this square cancels square root x, okay? Right? I'm going to solve. I'm going to go minus 8x minus 8x. 6 is equal to 1x, or x is equal to 6. Pretty easy. I mean, I told you the hardest chapter we just did. Everything from there is going to seem easy, agreed? Yeah, everything from there is going to seem easy, okay? Now, number 5 is our first hard one, but not super hard. Can you factor? Can you foil? Can you foil?
Yeah, I can foil.
Can you factor?
No. And I cannot factor.
Okay, well, let's try it, okay? Let's try it, okay? All right. It is almost time. Tell you what, I will grant you a gift today. I will show you how the calculators can factor.
Wow. You
But
didn't show that one.
But I waited a long time to tell you, didn't I? But let's wait until the end, okay? It only works if you're solving for x, okay? So, right back, okay? All right, you ready? Square it. Square it, okay? You agree with that? Now, that becomes an x plus 18, and this is not x squared minus 4. It is not.
Why?
It is not, because we're going to have to write that twice and foil it. It is not. It is not.
X minus 2, x minus 2.
Yes, it is an x minus 2. X minus 2, okay? All right, how am I doing? Okay, you all right with that? So I'm going to go x squared minus 2x plus 4, okay, equals still the x plus 18. X plus 18 equals x squared minus 4x plus 4. Okay, how am I doing? I got to set it equal to 0. If I'm going to use my calculator, which I'm going to show you here in about 3 minutes, you have to have it equal to 0, okay? So I got to go minus x, right? And let's go minus 18. I just want to bring everything over, right? I just want to bring it all over. So I go minus x, right? So I get rid of it. I need it to equal 0. It has to equal 0. So I got to go 0. So I get rid of the x, get rid of the 18. Get rid of the x, minus it out, get rid of the 18. It has to equal 0. For the calculator to work, it's got to equal 0, okay? Then I get a 1x squared minus a 5x minus 14, right? Now I could factor it. 7 and 2, I can do that. In fact, no problem for me. I already know 7 and 2. I can do it. Bam, I got the answer. But let's say you don't know how to factor. AD, where are you at?
What?
Here's what we're going to do. So it only works when you're solving, okay? It is called the poly button. Where do you find the poly button? Okay, slide over. You're going to go to your apps. Don't worry, just want you to go. I want you to see what I'm doing. Apps. Okay, there you go. Clear. Now your apps button. Let's see. Apps is right. Okay.
You got one, Daniel.
Okay. I'll go through it with you slowly because I know you'd appreciate that. Now, this button I'm going to show you will always work. It basically is, you ready, AV? It's the quadratic formula. And of course these would have the quadratic formula. Wouldn't you think so? And of course I kept it from you until you learned how to factor, right?
Still don't know how to factor.
Well, if you know how to factor, this is your lucky day, right? But it only works for solving. It will not factor it. It'll just give you the answers. But that's okay because you can always recreate. I mean, you can always take the answers and put them back into factor form if you really want to. How does it work? Okay, so go to apps. The apps button is right there. You guys see the apps? Yep. See the apps. Now we're looking for poly. We're looking for this button called the poly button. Okay, we're looking for poly. So, you got to go all the way down to poly, or you can shortcut it in green, alpha P, if you want to shortcut it. So I just shortcut it. You could go all the way down P, but I went alpha P, shortcut it, because, or you can just keep going down. So then I've got the poly smilt. Poly, and they're a little different in every calculator, but, because they get upgraded. But the poly smilt, okay? You see it? That's the poly one. Okay, push enter. Okay. You get some free advertisement. You know, we don't need that, but they like to say, "Hey, Texas Instrument, blah blah blah." Who cares? Just push enter again. You don't need that screen. Okay, that screen's just there to say, "Hey, aren't we cool?" What happened?
I think it's different than yours.
Hold on. Oh, there it is. Poly root finder. So we want the root finder, okay? Because what we're looking for is the roots, right? Looking for the roots is there. So you want the root. So I push enter, okay?
Oh, that looks like we are. Okay, press that. Go down. Go down.
Am I going too fast? You want me to back up? Well, no, we're going to talk about that. You're ahead of me. Good. Okay, you ready?
I'm done.
Okay, order. What do you think the order is? What do you think the order is? It's 2, right? It's the degree. The order is the degree. So push 2, enter, right?
That's already on.
And instead of A, B, and C like the quadratic formula, it is basically, it's just A, B, and C. So it's A2, which in this case is my 1.
Wait, how'd you get there?
Okay, I'll quit. Go all the way back. Quit. Okay, so apps, right? How am I doing, Avi?
Okay.
And then I go to my P's, poly, right?
I know that.
Okay, gauge right here.
I'm here. I just forgot.
Right here, okay, so push enter.
Yeah, that.
Enter again.
Yeah.
Okay, you're there. I want poly root finder, okay?
Oh.
Want that one. Okay,
Okay.
enter. Now, order 2, and it's order 2 because it's an x squared, okay? It's like degree, remember degree? Order 2. Enter. Now, instead of A, B, C, it's the same thing. A2, A1, A0. It's just A, B, C like the quadratic form. So I'm going to put a 1, right?
A 1.
Right? Because I'm putting the 1 for that. The 1.
1, 2, and
Negative 5. Negative 5. Got to use negative 5. And then negative 14, right? Now, I already know what the answers are because I know how to factor. 2 and 7, by the way. Because I know how to factor. But boom, what do you get? Solve. Solves right there. See solve? It's solve. Solves right there. We're going to push that button.
Wait, David, how do you get to solve?
Right there. You're going to push the graph button.
Oh, wow.
You push graph. See the graph? Push graph.
So it's negative 2.
Negative 2 and 7.
Which is what I already knew. I already knew that because I know how to factor, right?
Wow.
See, there you go. So what do you know? If I did factor this and I went boom, 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 and I went x minus 7 plus 2, but I'm solving, so x equals 7 and x equals negative 2, right? Right? No, wrong. Wrong. One of these answers I don't want to keep.
Negative.
Can't have the negative 2.
But why did they switch?
Because when you solve for it right here, right?
Oh,
How would you solve? Right? So throw out the negative 2, right? And there's your answer, 7.
Wait, why don't you want negative 2?
Great question. Let's go back to this. Go back to the original.
Oh, okay.
Can a square root equal a negative value? So if negative 2 is right there,
Right.
you get a negative value. Cannot.
Is there a way to put all this in the calculator to get the answer? It's not going to tell us to after the test.
Not this calculator. You'd have to buy a really good calculator. There are calculators out there. They're expensive. There's one called the Inspire. There's a TI 92. There's a TI 89. They're out there.
Hey, my mom has
says,
a TI 92.
Just 92? Wow. Okay, let's take a look at 6, all right? So, same thing. Let's do it again, okay? Yeah, I'm sure she's got it. Yeah.
Started typing tables. Like, type that.
You're in my bio.
So,
Bio.
here we go. So, let's do this.
Literally was just me.
So, example number 6, square. Square, right? You guys agree with that? Square cancels the square root, so I'll be left with a 2x plus 14 equals an x plus 3 times an x plus 3, okay? We're ready to start foiling in our heads. Come on, this is algebra 2. I mean, you guys should agree this is x squared plus 6x plus 9. You can do that in your head. Everybody can do that in your head, right? You guys agree? Joseph's going, yeah, of course. I've been doing that for all year, right? You can do that in your head. You guys agree? You can foil this in your head, right?
What is it?
Because you know you're double smiling, right? 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 Agree with that? Okay. So then bring down the 2x plus 14. Okay, so now we want to use our poly button, right? Right, you guys like the poly button? So bring everything over so we can set it equals 0, okay? So minus 2x, minus 14, minus 14, right? I have an x squared plus a 6x minus 5. So I already know the answer's got to be negative 5, negative 1, which means I know already the answers are 1 and 6. But if you don't know the answers are going to be 1 and 6 because you can't factor, it's okay. We can use our poly button, right?
X squared plus 4. It's 4x. Yeah.
Okay, I was wrong. It's actually going to be a negative 5 and a positive 1. Darn me. So, poly button, right? Remember how to do the poly button? Okay, so you want to use the poly button. Let me zoom over here. Okay, poly button. Okay, quit. Okay, go to apps, right? Go to apps.
I'm screwing up right here.
Go to apps.
There, second.
Okay. Poly. Okay, go all the way down to poly. Am I going too fast or am I going okay?
Poly.
Poly, right?
My poly is way down here.
Okay.
Poly 2.
There's a fast way to get to it.
Yeah, I know how. I just scroll way down.
Okay, you ready? Enter, right? Free advertisement, we could really care less about, right? Poly root finder, right?
Do I have an extra head?
Okay. How am I doing? Gauge, am I going slowly enough? Am I good? Okay. Enter. Degree 2, right? 1, enter. 4, enter negative 5, right? Solve. And I get 1 and negative 5, okay?
What? I got 1 and negative 5.
Me too.
Oh, okay, it said negative 1, negative.
No, me too. So then what do? Throw which one out?
Negative 5.
There you go, because you can't have negative square roots, right? Okay, nice. Now, why did I wait until today to show you the poly button? Because today's concept has to do with square roots, not with factoring, right? So I don't care if you use the poly button. Can you get to here? That's the key, right? Okay, turn the page. All right. Okay, we're going to do 9 tomorrow, so you can cross out 9, okay? We'll do 9 tomorrow.
No, it would have been
Okay, you ready?
1, 4, and
Example 7. So this is really like the 5th root. It really is. Okay? This is like the 5th root of 3x plus 5 equals 2, right? 32. Yep.
Next page.
So, okay, take it to the 5th power, right? Now, if you don't know 2 to the 5th power, it is 32, but again, your calculator can help you with that if you want to go, right? Simply 2 to the power of 5. You guys see that? 2 to the 5th power, right? 32, right? But 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16, times 2 is 32, you agree? Right? So we got, okay, so then I've got a 3x plus 5 equals 32, right?
Oh, it's 32.
You agree with 32?
Yeah.
Minus 5, minus 5. 3x equals 27, right? Divide by 3, x is 9, okay?
I love this.
Not bad, is it? Okay. Okay, last one. Okay, we're going to get to use the poly button again. Or factor. I can do it faster with factoring. So, x equals the square root of x plus 12. So what do you do? Right, square it. There you go. Okay, square it. Guys agree? Yep. So you get x squared equals x plus 12, right? Am I going too fast? So if you want to use your poly button, it's got to equal 0, right? If you want to use your poly button, it's got to equal 0. So bring over the x, right? Just bring over the 12.
Minus 12 equals 0.
So I'll have an x squared minus an x minus a 12 equals 0, right? Let me put one there, okay? Now, we could have a contest to see who can get it faster. Okay, who's going to quick draw me? Poly button versus brain power. Gage, tell me when you're ready. Ready, set, go. Boom, 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 boom. X minus 4, x plus 3, x equals 4, x equals negative 3. Boom.
You win. Wait.
I don't need no stinking calculator, do I? But I'm gonna throw that one away, right? I'm gonna throw that one away, right? Wow. Okay, homework. And let me turn this off.